Hi, guys. So, the residential care facility business, I started in 2003 in Florida. And when I started, there were not a lot of homes. And we had four homes. Within the four homes, we were licensed for 16 people total. So, when we got into the business, there were not a lot of people in it, actually. And in Florida, it's called adult family care home when you have five or less. So if you have more than five, it's considered an assisted living home in Florida. So there wasn't a lot of people in this business as far as a small scale business back in like 2003. So now with social media, a lot of people are getting on board with residential care facilities, and there's various types: community living arrangement homes, host homes, adult family care homes, assisted living, personal care homes, and the list goes on. Well, with anything, when you start having a lot of people get into something, it becomes saturated. And in certain areas, it can be saturated. For instance, in Georgia, Fulton County or DeKalb County is saturated with homes. So, of course, with anything, they start to change the rules of the game. They start to make it harder for people to get into the business. And one of the reasons why I'm sorry, guys, I'm looking at what's going on the news about the shooting. One of the reasons why they will change the rules and the regulations, is because if they get complaints, if they get people who are in it just for the money and they're not really taking care of the clients. You have the unlicensed homes, you have the licensed homes, you have unlicensed homes that give people that are licensed a bad name. You have group homes where you may have individuals that's violent, that may put holes in your walls or whatever the case may be, but not all group homes are like that. It depends on the type of clients that you get. Also, it depends on what office that you deal with. For instance, when I was in Florida, I dealt with the Agency with Persons with Disabilities, APD. Here in Georgia, one of the agencies is the Department of Community Health, or you can go through the Department of Developmental Disabilities. Those are a different type of clientele, and they also pay more, but the requirements to get a home is a lot more also. Now, I deal with the elderly. I also deal with mental health because I do have a background in both of those. I have worked at a mental health facility years ago, in which I dealt with people who were schizophrenia, bipolar, you name it. So you have to know the demographics of people that you're going to get. You have to know the type of disabilities, the mental health disabilities that you're going to deal with, and can you deal with those disabilities? Because you can get someone that may be schizophrenia that may be violent, but that doesn't say that all of them are violent, okay? So dementia, Alzheimer's, you have to know what your demographics is going to be, okay? Now, I go back to saying this. When I got started, it was not a lot of homes, not a lot of personal, small homes. Now, with you teaching people, we have classes, seminars on how to get started in a licensed or unlicensed residential care home. Well, of course, now it's getting saturated. So, and again, I always tell you guys, I never want to discourage anyone from doing this type of business. I'm only educating you to give you background information on, if you want to do this type of business, what you are going to expect, pretty much. Of course, everybody's experiences is different, but I give you experience of things that you may run across. Okay. I'm not trying to promote my business, and I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm giving you information because a lot of people are getting into this business and they're getting into it for the wrong reasons. They are mistreating the residents, and I like to give you, because I am a provider that's actually working my business, I like to give y'all information about stuff that I go through so that you'll know, well, can I really handle that? Because you don't want to get into something that you don't really know that much about. And, you see Johnny or Bobby or whoever doing it and you feel that, oh, I can do it too. It takes a lot more than just doing it, okay? You got to know how to run a business. Everybody don't know how to run a business. You may have educational background, but you may not have some of the necessary skills that it takes to run a business. That's just reality. So I'm looking at the time, guys, about 6 minutes. So of course, like I tell you guys, I never discourage anyone from doing this business. I am going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly so that you'll know, okay? But like anything, when you start to get into something and a lot of people is trying to do it or doing it, they're going to start making it harder. Okay. You have to stay up on top of the rules and regulations for your state, for your county, and for the demographics of the people that you're serving. So it's a lot to it. My hat's off to people who deal with a whole bunch of states. But in my opinion, if I'm going to specialize in something, I'm going to specialize in that one state so that when you guys call, I can give you information based on that state. I don't know other states. I don't live there. Excuse me. And I can't give you information on those other states. So I only give you a state that I know about, and that's Georgia and Florida, because I've done it in both states. And I have been a foster care parent in the state of South Carolina. So I can give you information about that too. All right. So I just want to give you guys that information today. That's my little 2 cents. I like saying that. And y'all be safe out there in them streets. Take care. Until next time.